Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking into a topic that seems very easy, but is totally basic to your health, especially as you get past that 50-year mark. We're going to talk about water. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dr. Laura, I drink lots of water. I'm hydrated. And you're probably right. You're likely drinking enough. But here's the problem. Plain water is often not enough. In fact, for men over 50 worried about vitality, energy, and yes, that all-important blood flow, drinking plain water can be a huge missed opportunity. It's like owning a Ferrari and only driving it in first gear. We're not just talking about hydration here, we're talking about cellular signaling, vascular flexibility, and the raw electrical power of your body. As we get older, our body's ability to take in and use essential micronutrients changes a lot. What worked for you in your 20s and 30s simply doesn't work anymore. Specifically, I want to talk about minerals, the quiet heroes of your internal system. These tiny elements are in charge of everything from controlling your heartbeat to sending nerve signals, to most importantly, for this talk, relaxing your blood vessels and making sure a strong, steady flow of blood reaches every part of your body, including the parts that are needed for peak performance. If you are a man over 50 and you are looking for an easy, low-cost daily trick that works together with everything else you're doing right, your diet, your exercise, your supplements, then this is the video for you. I'm going to show you not just one, but a few powerful mineral choices, and explain exactly why and how adding just a small pinch of the right ingredient to your daily water intake can completely change your energy levels and your vitality. By the end of this, you'll never look at a glass of plain water the same way again. Let's first talk about the body of aging and hydration. When you were younger, your kidneys were filtration experts. Your digestive tract was a nutrient-absorbing star. You sweated, you drank, you absorbed, and your body kept everything perfectly in balance. As we reach our 50s, a few things start to happen that change how our body uses water. First, your thirst mechanism dulls. You don't feel as urgently thirsty, leading to chronic low-grade dehydration, even if you think you're drinking enough. Second, your kidneys become less efficient at holding onto water, causing you to lose essential minerals, electrolytes, more quickly than you absorb them. You become a slow leak, constantly draining the precious battery charge. Third, and most critically for blood flow, we need to talk about the vascular system. The inside of your arteries and capillaries is where the magic happens. Over time, those smooth muscle walls can become stiff and less flexible, which means they don't relax easily when commanded to. This stiffness is the enemy of strong blood flow. Plain water by itself simply hydrates the fluid outside your cells. It does a great job of replacing volume, but it doesn't contain the electrical charge necessary to help the water and the nutrients it carries cross the cell membrane. That electrical charge comes from electrolytes, which is simply minerals dissolved in water that carry an electrical impulse. When these essential minerals are missing, your cellular communication breaks down, your muscles struggle to contract, your nerves misfire, and your blood vessels don't get the clear signal to dilate and open up. This isn't about drinking fancy mineral water. This is about being a proactive, informed health advocate for yourself, understanding which specific minerals are most often depleted and most critical for vascular health as you age. If there is one mineral I could urge every man over 50 to focus on, it is magnesium. Magnesium is an absolute powerhouse. It is involved in over 300 different enzymatic processes in the body. If you've heard me talk before, you know I call it the ultimate chiller mineral. It's responsible for relaxing smooth muscles throughout your body. Now, where are these smooth muscles crucial for male vitality? They are everywhere, but specifically in the walls of your arteries and the corpora, the spongy cylindrical tissues within the penis that fill with blood to achieve an erection. For blood flow to be optimal, the arterial walls need to be pliable. When they get the signal from the body, the neurological signal that it's time for action, they need to be able to relax, dilate, and open wide. This process of vasodilation is heavily dependent on the presence of sufficient magnesium. When you are deficient in magnesium, which, let's face it, over 75% of the adult population is due to soil depletion and modern diets, your blood vessels are constantly tight, slightly constricted. This is called vasoconstriction. Magnesium helps to counteract this tension. It acts like a powerful natural calcium channel blocker, and calcium is the mineral that promotes muscle contraction. Magnesium essentially steps in and says, "Hold on, let's take a breath, let's relax the tension." Adding a highly bioavailable form of magnesium to your water is a phenomenal way to ensure systemic relaxation. It's absorbed quickly through the gut, enters the bloodstream, and immediately starts sending those chill-out signals to your cardiovascular system. This translates directly to easier, stronger, and more sustained blood flow throughout your entire body, which, as you can imagine, is deeply beneficial for overall energy and intimate performance. The second mineral we need to reclaim is sodium. I know, for decades, we've been told that sodium is the enemy linked to high blood pressure and heart disease. But this is where context and quality matter immensely. The problem isn't sodium itself. The problem is the vast amount of poor quality processed table salt found in processed foods. That white hyper-processed stuff has been stripped of virtually every other mineral, leaving only a harsh concentrated chemical that throws your body's delicate electrolyte balance into chaos. However, pure unrefined sea salt, or pink Himalayan salt, is a completely different tale. These salts contain not just sodium chloride, but a whole range of trace minerals, often around 84 different elements, including small amounts of potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Sodium is the master controller of hydration. It is absolutely vital for keeping the right fluid balance inside and outside your cells. Without enough sodium, your body struggles to hold on to the water you drink, meaning you'll constantly drink more and simply pass it out. This leads to that feeling of being always thirsty, despite consuming gallon after gallon. Furthermore, sodium works in a powerful partnership with potassium to run the sodium-potassium pump, which is the system that powers almost all cellular activity, including nerve conduction and muscle contraction. Getting enough high-quality sodium in your water ensures that the water you drink is actually pulled into the cells where it belongs, leading to superior cellular hydration, better nerve response, and more efficient muscle function. A tiny small pinch of high-quality, unrefined salt in a large glass of water, particularly in the morning, is a completely different nutritional thing than the highly concentrated salt found in a bag of chips. This simple addition can greatly improve your hydration, which then optimizes your blood volume, making it easier for your heart to pump and your blood vessels to deliver oxygen where it's needed most. If magnesium is the chiller and sodium is the gatekeeper, then potassium is the counterbalance. Potassium is the third leg of the electrolyte stool, and its primary job is to ensure proper cell signaling, especially in the heart muscle and throughout the vessels. While magnesium relaxes the arteries, potassium works closely with sodium to maintain that essential electrical gradient across cell membranes. Crucially, potassium has a well-documented role in managing blood pressure. It helps your body get rid of excess sodium, which can be helpful for men who already have higher blood pressure or whose diet leans toward processed foods. The balance between sodium and potassium is a fine line, and in the modern Western diet, the vast majority of people eat far too much processed sodium and far too little potassium, found abundantly in fresh fruits and vegetables. When we talk about enhancing blood flow, we are talking about creating a harmonious balance. You need enough quality sodium to pull water into the cells, but you need plenty of potassium to counterbalance it. ensuring that the arterial walls remain flexible and responsive. Adding potassium can be a little trickier, as too much can be problematic, but using a small amount of an easily dissolvable potassium chloride powder, or simply using a potassium-rich mineral blend in your water, is an excellent plan to restore this often neglected mineral ratio. By supporting this delicate balance, you are giving your heart and your entire network of blood vessels the tools they need to operate at peak efficiency. While not a classic electrolyte in the same way as magnesium or sodium, zinc is a mineral that plays an incredibly important role in male vitality, which makes its inclusion in a daily water hack highly useful, especially for older men. Zinc is a cornerstone for the production and regulation of testosterone. Research consistently shows that even small shortages in zinc can negatively impact testicular function, leading to decreased levels of this vital male hormone. Since testosterone is critical for energy, mood, muscle mass, and libido, ensuring adequate zinc intake is non-negotiable for men over 50. Beyond hormones, zinc is an absolute powerhouse for your immune system. As we age, immune function often weakens, making us more open to illness. Keeping your immune system strong requires a steady, reliable supply of zinc, which acts as a fundamental component for countless immune cells. While you don't typically add large amounts of zinc powder to water, using a high-quality liquid zinc supplement, often just a few drops in your water once a day, is an extremely effective way to ensure consistent, highly bioavailable intake. This is particularly useful because zinc is often poorly absorbed when taken in tablet form. By mixing a few drops into your water, you are guaranteeing that this essential regulator is immediately available to your system, supporting your immune defenses and critically maintaining that hormonal readiness that underpins true vitality. Finally, let's briefly touch on iron. While iron supplementation is usually only necessary if you have a known deficiency, and you should absolutely speak to your doctor before supplementing with iron, it's crucial to understand its foundational role in blood flow. Iron is the central component of hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that is solely responsible for carrying oxygen from your lungs to every single cell in your body, including your muscles and those crucial tissues that require oxygen for rigidity. Without adequate iron, your blood can't carry enough oxygen, leading to fatigue, lethargy, and a general feeling of being drained. This condition, known as anemia, directly impacts performance and vitality by starving your tissues of their most vital fuel. If your doctor has determined you are low in iron, using a gentle, easily absorbed liquid iron supplement mixed into water can be a game changer. It improves the quality of your blood flow by enhancing its oxygen carrying capacity. Remember, strong blood flow isn't just about volume, it's about the quality of the cargo being delivered. The ultimate goal behind these recommendations is to build consistency, not to introduce unnecessary complexity into your already busy day. You absolutely should not feel forced to add every single one of these essential minerals to every glass of water every time you take a sip. The most effective plan is a targeted approach to cycle these supplements and directly address the specific mineral deficiencies that are most relevant to your current lifestyle and health goals. The easiest place to start transforming your fluid intake is with the daily vasodilator hack, a routine focused strongly on relaxation and improving blood flow. You should start this practice first thing in the morning, setting a positive circulatory tone for the entire day. In a large glass or a portable bottle of water, you will choose one of two options. The first is adding a readily available form of magnesium powder. Because absorption is key, choose a highly soluble preparation, such as magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate powder. Begin with a modest dose, perhaps one touch of a regular teaspoon, or strictly follow the suggested daily serving found on the packaging, ensuring that the powder is completely dissolved into the water before you drink it. This serves as a potent signal to your vascular system to relax and dilate. Alternatively, you might prefer the salt hack, which is the simplest foundational solution. If you choose this path, add just a small pinch of high-quality unrefined sea salt. And when I say small, I mean an amount that barely manages to cover the very tip of your pinky finger. This provides essential whole-spectrum electrolytes to enhance cellular hydration right from the start of your day. Moving beyond daily relaxation, we look at the hormone and immune boost, a plan specifically focused on deeper systemic regulation. To ensure you are receiving these vital trace minerals, make it a point to add this step once a day, ideally taken alongside a main meal. Here the recommendation is zinc drops. Using a liquid zinc supplement, adding the recommended serving of this liquid directly to a glass of water is an excellent method, as it significantly bypasses the common issue of poor absorption and stomach irritation that can sometimes trouble traditional zinc tablets. This simple liquid delivery guarantees that your crucial immune defenses and hormonal readiness are reliably supported throughout the day. Finally, we address the blood pressure balancer dedicated to recalibrating the critical electrolyte ratio in your body. If your nutritional intake of fresh fruits and vegetables is less than ideal, or if you are consistently highly active, engaging in exercise that causes significant sweating, then you must pay close attention to your potassium levels. For this, look for a potassium-rich blend, specifically an electrolyte powder, that is carefully made to be low in sugar, but possesses a substantial robust potassium content. A suggested practice is to add approximately a half scoop of this powder to your water, drinking it either during the activity itself or right after your workout, to replace losses and aid swift recovery. By committing to making these small yet very thoughtful changes to your normal water routine, you are effectively moving your habit from just simple hydration to a powerful state of functional hydration. You are no longer just filling your tank. You are carefully creating an electrically charged, nutrient-rich liquid that your cells can instantly recognize and use. This sends clear, strong biochemical signals throughout your whole network of blood vessels, telling them to relax, open up fully, and therefore deliver peak performance-enhancing blood flow to every necessary tissue. This isn't just water anymore. It truly becomes a liquid mineral supplement, perfectly tailored to meet the unique changing needs of the body once it moves past that 50-year mark. I urge you to try this simple hack with complete consistency for a full 3-week period, and pay close attention to the clear improvements in your baseline energy, your mental clarity, your physical strength, and your overall vitality. Taking this one simple, powerful step today is a sure investment that your future 60-year-old self will certainly thank you for. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more health and vitality tips, and share this video with a friend who might still be drinking plain old water. Let me know in the comments below which mineral you're going to start adding today.